Short video we are going to discuss about remainder theorem. So some of you have asked doubts in the previous video. I would like to address that. To begin with, we'll do this. Let's take 8. Let's try to divide by 4. We know that 2 times 4 is 8. The remainder is 0. So the remainder in this case is less than the divisor 4. The second case, you take same the next digit, which is 9, you try to divide by 4, you still 2 times 4 is 8, then the remainder is 2. In the next case, let's take 10, divide by 4, and 2 times 4 is 8, the remainder is 2. And here also the remainder is less than the divisor 4, here also it is less than the divisor 4. And let's take the next number, which is 11, and divide by 4. Like 2 times 4 is 8. The remainder is getting more and more right now, but it is still what? Less than the divisor 4. What if we go to the next number, which is 12? This time when you divide 4 by 12, it is 3 times 4 is 12. So the remainder is 0. So the remainder is like moving between 0 and 3 or more than that, but definitely it cannot be equal to 4. So in all the cases, remainder, in case of numbers, remainder is always less than the divisor. Okay. In case of polynomials, you know that in case of polynomials, if you divide a polynomial p of x by a divisor g of x, so through several steps, because it's a slow division method, so you will get r of x, which is a remainder, you will get q of x, which is quotient. Then this r of x is degree, so we say that degree of r of x. Instead of writing r of x, I'm going to write like degree of r of x. The remainder is always less than the degree of the divisor g of x. So this is what, so in case of numbers, the remainder is less than the divisor. In case of a polynomial, degree of the remainder is always less than the degree of the divisor. Okay, so what is the division algorithm which we learnt already? The division algorithm says, according to division algorithm, I've just explained it in the previous video. Just see to that once. Any polynomial can be written as like this, the same way, like divisor into quotient, which is 8 plus remainder is 9, the dividend. In the same way, like g of x into q of x plus r of x will give you the dividend, kind of dividend polynomial, which is p of x. Suppose you are going to divide this polynomial by x minus alpha. Let us divide p of x by x minus alpha, where alpha is a real number. Here alpha is a real number. If alpha is a real number, then here we can change this division algorithm. Now the division algorithm will be like p of x is equal to, you are going to divide by x minus alpha, hence the divisor has become x minus alpha. Instead of g of x, you will write x minus alpha into q of x plus r of x. Let us see now what will happen to r of x. What is x minus alpha? We have just proved that the degree of the, remember this, degree of the remainder is always less than the degree of the divisor. Here divisor is x minus alpha. Here degree of the divisor is the highest degree. So x is here alpha is a number, so the unknown variable or the variable here is x, the power of x is 1 here, hence the degree of the divisor is 1. Then we know that degree of the remainder must be less than the degree of the divisor, hence degree of the remainder must be less than 1, less than 1 in the sense 0. If it is 0, then the remainder is not r of x, because the remainder will not be in terms of x but a number, because so 9, the less than the degree 1 means 9x power 0 it can be. Because it cannot be a negative number, because according to our definition, this power n, a polynomial with degree n, where n should not be a negative integer, right? So the only thing possible is x power 0. Anything power 0 is 1, then it must be 9, or it must be 28 x power 0, or it may be like 28. Then the remainder is always a number. Then this division algorithm is going to change. Here the division algorithm said p of x is equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x, but we are dividing by x minus alpha whose degree is 1. The remainder is not r of x, but it is going to be just r. Then this will now take the form p of x is equal to x minus alpha into q of x plus not r of x, but it is just r. So now we have got this. But now if x is equal to alpha, if you substitute x is equal to alpha, when in a polynomial, if you substitute x by alpha, you will get p of alpha. If you substitute x by 3, you will get p of 3. In the same way, when you substitute x is equal to alpha, p of x becomes p of alpha. X minus alpha means alpha minus alpha into q of x plus r. Then p of alpha is equal to 0. This alpha minus alpha is 0. 0 into q of x becomes 0 plus r. Then p of alpha is equal to remainder. So this is what the remainder theorem states. Suppose when a polynomial is divided by x minus alpha, then the remainder is p of alpha. So we are establishing that when a polynomial here is when a polynomial p of x is divided by x minus alpha, then the remainder is equal to p of alpha. P of, in simple terms, p of x by x minus alpha gives a remainder p of alpha. An example of this we will see in the next video.